The airport feels loud. Rolling suitcases, gate announcements, a coffee smell that sticks to your clothes. You notice a booking confirmation on your phone. 2 flights, a cheap fare that ends somewhere else but connects through the city you actually need. Your first thought is relief. I'm saving money. Your second thought is panic. Is this allowed? Can I get off at the layover and just not take the last segment? If you've ever seen a cheaper ticket that routes through your stop and wondered whether you can simply stay there and skip the final leg, you're staring at a hidden city ticket. People also call it skiplagging or throwaway ticketing. I've used and advised on these setups enough to explain what they are, when they work, and the exact risks, especially around checked baggage, refunds, and airline enforcement. Preparation at home starts with 2 questions. Will you check bags? And how important is a clean itinerary for your return or future travel? Hidden city tickets only work if you travel with carry-on only. If you check a bag, the airline will route the bag to the ticketed final destination, not the layover city you want to leave at. So, pack a single personal item or a small carry-on that absolutely fits airline-size rules. Second, use a booking method where the name on the ticket and ID match, and avoid complex multi-segment round trips that could flag your account. Finally, never check in for the second flight or print a boarding pass for the last leg. That's what confirms you took the first segments. At the airport, the practical checks are straightforward. Arrive early enough to buy a gate-checked option if needed, but plan to avoid checking anything. At security, travel with proof of ID and the booking confirmation. If an agent asks about your itinerary, answer truthfully. You're traveling to the connection city. If the software or airline staff mention the final ticketed destination, keep calm. You are not breaking the law. You are breaking the airline contract terms. That distinction matters because the consequences come from the airline enforcing contract rules, not criminal prosecution. Why do airlines hate hidden city tickets? Think of the airline like a supermarket promoting a 2-for-1 deal that's only valid if you buy both items and commit to the whole basket. Airlines price complex itineraries to make money across segments and manage how many passengers board each leg. A passenger who buys a ticket to City C with a connection in City B but gets off in B short-circuits the revenue model. The airline lost the planned passenger for the last leg and can't easily resell that seat. That's the simple economic reason. Enforcement follows contract terms in the conditions of carriage. Concrete numbers help you decide. Typical savings from a hidden city ticket vary, sometimes a few dollars, sometimes hundreds on long-haul fares. For domestic US routes, you might save 10.30%. For international, especially low-competition routes, savings occasionally exceed 50%, but those cases are rarer. The penalty risk also varies. If you are caught, consequences range from a warning to cancellation of remaining itinerary, confiscation of mileage points, fines on rebooked travel, or even account closure with that airline. Real-world cost examples. A reissued ticket after being denied boarding on the return can cost $200, $800. Losing the checked bag because it was sent to the final ticketed city can cost you immediate replacement purchases of $100, $600, depending on what was in it. Frequent flyer accounts are worth real money to passengers. Losing status converts to higher future fares, lounge access loss, and more. In some cases, the worst case is being denied future immediate travel by that carrier until you buy a new full-price ticket for your route. For most occasional flyers, the cheapest, safest option is simple. Use hidden city logic only with carry-on and only on one-way or new outbound trips that don't depend on a return tied to the same airline account. Never use it on a round-trip ticket where the airline will cancel your open return when you skip a segment. If you absolutely need checked baggage, don't attempt a hidden city ticket. The baggage will go on to the final destination and you'll not see it until it is processed there, or sometimes never. If you want the savings but don't want the risk, compare more booking permutations. Smaller airports, separate tickets for each leg purchased independently, or legitimate low-cost carrier direct fares that might approach the same price without the risk. A specific booking checklist works best. 1. Search flights as one-way segments instead of return tickets. 2. Use an incognito browser window or flight search engine and compare a direct ticket versus the longer routing. 3. Only book the hidden city route if your travel fits carry-on only and you have flexible onward plans. 4. Don't check bags. 5. Avoid adding elite numbers to the reservation for that carrier. Registering your frequent flyer number flags the account. 6. If forced to check a bag, accept you cannot use the hidden city technique. Either pay for the direct fare or book a separate ticket and accept the extra expense. Many useful links can be found in the description. A mid-script note: if this explanation helps, please hit the like button. That tells me to make more practical tips for passengers just like you. Now, the legal and customer service reality. Hidden city ticketing is not illegal in most places. It's a breach of contract under the airline's conditions of carriage. That means airlines can enforce penalties laid out in their contract, canceling the remainder of your itinerary, seizing frequent flyer miles, or charging you the fare difference. They rarely pursue criminal charges. They do, however, use algorithmic detection and manual checks to identify repeat offenders. Large airlines have taken public action against bloggers or frequent abusers, and some carriers publicly updated policies to refuse carriage to customers who admit to using the tactic. An everyday analogy. It's like buying a train ticket to a town beyond your real stop because it was cheaper, then getting off early. If trains run independent pricing per segment, the operator loses revenue for the last segment. If you do it once, the conductor likely won't care. If you make a habit of it, they might fine you or refuse future travel because you violated their ticketing rules. Airlines have far more automated systems to spot patterns than conductors did. The real baggage and refund risks are easy to underestimate. Checked baggage is the primary showstopper. Most airlines tag checked bags to the ultimate ticketed destination, and retrieving them requires filing a delayed baggage claim and sometimes flying to the final destination or having the carrier forward the bag at their cost. That's expensive and slow. Refunds are another risk. If you skip a segment of a round trip, carriers sometimes cancel the unused return and keep the fare difference, leaving you with little recourse. Call your credit card company or travel insurance only after reviewing the terms. Many policies exclude deliberate contract breaches. The cheapest practical solution for a single trip: buy the hidden city ticket only with carry-on, bring a small backpack with essentials and a change of clothes, and plan your onward travel without relying on the airline's cooperation. If you must bring items you cannot afford to lose, don't attempt hidden city. For frequent travelers, if you travel a lot and value status or miles, the savings rarely compensate for the risk of losing elite benefits. Use hidden city sparingly as a one-off hack, not a long-term strategy. A common misleading claim to expose. Some booking sites and influencers advertise that you can always save by booking connected itineraries and checking a bag. That's false. Booking engines show the cheapest fares, but don't account for where your bag will go or the airline's contractual right to cancel parts of your itinerary. The specific upsell to watch for is Protect My Bags or Checked Bag Transfer add-ons on third-party sites. They sound like they let you route luggage differently, but they usually just ensure the bag's value and do not change the routing. To refuse it, do not purchase the add-on and instead travel carry-on only. If a customer service agent or gate agent tries to push a recheck or an alternative that requires you to check luggage, politely decline and rebook a different itinerary. Finally, some practical red flags. Don't attach frequent flyer numbers to hidden city reservations. Avoid booking many similar patterns on one credit card. And don't post public social media boasting about skip-lagging your way to free trips. Airlines use public evidence to enforce policies. If you suspect a fare is too good to be true, check alternate one-way fares and the airline's baggage rules. Then make a choice aligned with your risk tolerance. If you liked this clear breakdown of hidden city tickets, the risks, and safe alternatives, subscribe and like the video for more airport-tested tips. Safe travels, and remember, cheaper fares can cost more if you ignore the fine print.